Hey everyone, we're back with another episode of Timberborn. And last time we got our scavenger put in place. But there's a couple other things we need to do, including figuring out some space to start some major manufacturing because we're going to need it for our next project. So, let's get to it. All right, it is cycle 6, day 3. And one of the biggest issues we're having right now is wood. It's not coming in fast enough. Our lumber is an issue, and as fast as I'm replanting and growing, it takes so much longer to get the wood that we need since we are building out in the water. Our land restriction is becoming a huge issue. But on a different note, we are up to 19 beavers, and I have 2 that are currently not employed. So one thing we're going to need is we're going to need gears. We do have a scavenger working, and 2 things I'm going to need very soon is one, a hauling post, and I'm going to need a gear workshop. We got 414 science, so opening the gear workshop will be fine for right now. So I've been thinking, and there's 2 things that we really need to get to. And one is a smelter, because we will need metal blocks in order to do anything that I plan on doing with overhangs and actually being able to utilize building out here in the water. Overhangs are going to be much simpler to do, which we're going to need more science, but also is trying to find the proper place to create our industrial district. And with that, I need to get to being able to use terrain blocks. I need to be able to get to our landscaping. And that's going to take a lot of science to get to a dirt excavator. So, in the meantime, I at least need to get to a way to grow more lumber. And that's probably going to get to dynamite first in an explosives factory, which we're also going to need metal, but we're also going to need a bad water pump because we need bad water. So if I was to lay it out right now where our progression and our path is going, we are going to be working on getting this gear workshop built for the sake of getting to medium tanks. So medium tanks will be able to store more water, and I'll be able to build a medium tank for when I get my bad water pump, because I'm going to put a bad water pump right over here next to this giant babbling brook of bad water. And once I do that, I'm going to have a medium tank over here. Jeez. Another drought approaching. At least it's a drought, not a bad tide. So we got 9 days of water, which is good. I mean, it's not like we were not full, but as you can see, our water still looks tainted from when the bad water was here. So the other idea is I could probably put a bad water pump into this and see if it will pump out the bad water that's in here, leaving this with clean water. The only issue with that is what happens when there's no more bad water to pump. I'm still going to need bad water from somewhere. So we are just going to continue working on building out here. I did have to build another housing because we're up to 25 beavers total. 19 adults, 4 children. And I still have 2 that with nothing to do. So how about we get this lumberjack flag going again so they can pick up some more. And then we'll continue working on, yeah, and then we're going to continue working on this area out here to get this other water pump in here so I can remove this one and then start working on this whole little section. And that will be the beginning of what is to come next. So I'll be back probably after this drought because let's be honest, there's nothing really going on. Nothing great. So I'll see you back in a few, or if catastrophe strikes. We have a breaking update. Biddybog the beaver was injured, which forced us to create a medical bed. This medical bed should help to fix him up. Yep, so we had to use some of our science to build that, but it's fine. It's fine. We're still above our science threshold of what we have going on. So it's not a setback at all. And it probably should have made a medical bed beforehand. But I also need to think about our hospital ward that we're going to need within our building. So we'll look at that soon enough. But I will catch you at the end of this drought because nothing else is really going on. All right, it is cycle 7, day 2. And when you look at this, we're almost done with this area, which let's change the priority back up because that'll prioritize them getting this done since it's on the verge of being completed. And then let's see, our gear workshop is manned. Will we need more? 157. Demand is 195. So we'll need another worker there. And we're going to get that worker by stopping this. Because we have both of these running. So we're good. We are good. And right now we have 3 homeless beavers. So I'm going to have to make another temporary housing for some more beavers because our population is increasing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one here. So I need to fill in that with a platform. All of this is probably going to get torn out at some point when I make my storage, because I'm actually thinking about making the storage out over the water as well. Everything in this is pretty much going to be out over these. Another drought approaching. I mean, at least we got enough to fill this area back up. And what did you look at that? The water's starting to clear up because we've gone so many days without pollution. Man, the drought's getting ready to start, but some good news. We have our first medium tank built, which means I can empty all of this water to our medium tank. And that will be our water supply for the time being, which means I can tear all of these small tanks out for now. And you're probably wondering, why, Coach, why are you tearing them out? Couldn't you use them for something else? I probably could, but I'd rather have that space available for something else, because for the time being, I really still have some things I need to get done. And if I put 2 in there with the path running that way, yep, I didn't even realize that there's no path connecting that. So they were literally running all the way around the map to get there. Or I just destroyed the path. That's what happened. I probably just destroyed the path. Because, you know. So now that's there. Those are connected. So we've got all this running. Storage for berries. Next to our breeding pods. Which I am probably going, as soon as these finish breeding up the next one, I am probably going to cut those two off. Because I don't need them right there. I don't need them. But also, this, I think this is going to be a pattern I'm going to create somewhere else. But at the moment, I'm just working on getting my scrap metal and getting my smelter built. So that way I will be able to start smelting everything and getting some metal blocks so I can unlock some things that require metal and be able to use them. So our other thing is we're going to need bad water. Question being, do I get my bad water from here or do I get my bad water from the other side? While this side is obviously closer, the issue becomes how the level of where everything comes up at. So I think I'm actually going to get my bad water from over here. It may be a longer journey, but I feel it'll be more beneficial in the long run. So we have 368 science, so we can go ahead and unlock it right now. And then to get up there, we will need a stair and a pathway. Oh, we have 2 beavers with nothing to do. How's our hauling post? I got one built. So our hauling post is at 5, which is fine for now. Smelter's being operated. 236 and we need 395. So I'm going to need another beaver there. Our other thing is that because we have this lack of land, I need to start looking at ways to improve our well-being, because our well-being is still at 3. And our well-being going up is going to help a lot. So one of the things I want to do is I want to unlock something simple, maybe a decoration. A lantern would be easy. Within 1 tile, within 3 tiles. Beaver stature is 500, bust is 200 within 2 tiles. Or I could just look at some roofs. Although we could always just go with something we don't actually have to unlock. So with those gone, if I was to say, let's see that, and then we would need a way up. So if we did this, and then we went a simple stair there, path here, path there, And we can go with just some simple rooftop terraces at the moment. This will help improve our well-being. A simple way to do it. That I don't have to spend any science. Because our science is precious right now. Someday soon it won't be. Ooh. Oof. This was actually quite a long drought. I think it was a 15-day one. Longer than what I'm used to. Alright, metal blocks. So we're just waiting on logs. Trees, like normal. Waiting on trees. What if I was to put another lumberjack here? And then that lumberjack will cover anything that needs to be cut down over here. Right, correct. Yep, I'm correct. So anything else left to cut down, this one would do it. So if we hustle and bustle and build this one, add those to the cutting area, so we have those. And I think I wanted to take this one down because I wanted to put stairs here to be able to get up to this. Because I think this might be where our first excavator goes. Either that or we may use some dynamite and plant mangroves up here. Because mangroves serve two purposes, wood and food. And that could be fun. But we'll figure that out. That's a future me problem. Oh. So that's filled. How about we put some bad water storage over here because, you know, we're going to need that. So let's put a water tank up there. We'll use it for bad water. Oh, we can delete this. Let's say we're doing pretty good. All right, let's give it a little bit of more time and see where we end up. Okay. Well, our drought is over, and as I have not been paying attention to my beaver population because, you know, somebody made a goof. Somebody's probably yelling at me in the comments or yelling at the screen. Hey, coach, you know you destroyed your teeth grindstone? Yeah, I figured it out after some beavers broke their teeth, and I was like, why aren't they fixing them? So we have 2 of those in, and then my population has steadily increased to the point where I just realized I have 8 beavers that are in desperate need of a home. So we will make another one here. And I'm really going to have to figure out this situation for my logging, or not logging, or lodging. I have been looking at the platforms, and while I really want to use them, they are quite expensive. And we have a bad tide coming in. 6 days of water. Jeez Louise. And why did I put that in? That needs to be not there. Yeah, so I'm expanding our platform into the water a little bit, but I really just don't want to use too much wood doing this because I may have to rip it all out just to use platforms to expand it out, because it would just be more optimal and efficient. But at the moment, that's not going to work for me. So I am trying to figure this out. Part of me is saying put in more science. And since I've gone down to the 2 water pumps, it's amazing because my population has grown so much that I'm having a hard time keeping up with the water. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off these breeders for now, because I just have so many. And I am going to focus on getting another water pump in, because water is essential. It's one of those things that's going to make or break this run.
Is that bad? It's really bad.
Well, cycle 8, day 5. Our bad tide's about to start. I've paused it because I just noticed something. Other than our water, our food has dwindled. I had like 400 food, and I think our just population grew too fast. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm turning off the breeding pods for the moment. And till I can get this population under control, and I will probably do that in between the scenes, because I got a feeling this video is starting to run pretty long, and I will cut it out here. So we'll see what the aftermath of this is in the next video. Hey, if you like what you're seeing, like, comment, subscribe. I could use any feedback at all, good, bad, the ugly. So I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.